Shalom, call halal Yahweh, Shemel Shabbat, Shemakakwadash, double honors to the apostles, elder bishops of GMS, even the elders that came before them that taught us this truth. Shalom and salutations to all the brothers that push the word of truth and in sincerity. The hopeful elect tabernacle of David, the 144,000, one-third, the hopeful elect of Israel. My brother Yashawan, Shalom and salutations to you all. It's a quick lesson going into a 1A. It might be called Down Goes 1A, Down Goes 1A, as in Down Goes Frazier, right? Referring to the boxing ring, if you will. And 1A would be what? The First Amendment, right? Free speech, right? Down goes 1A. What does that mean? What are we talking about here? We're talking about the famine of the word. So, how do we get there? Right? What is the path to the famine of the word? A particular word, right? Anti-Shem is the word. What's the word? Johannesburg. No. Anti-Shem is the word. That make a man, this is Isaiah 29 and 21, that make a man an offender for a word and lay a snare for him that reproveth in the gate and turn aside just for a thing of naught. Let's read it right here. English Standard Version, Isaiah 29 and 21. Who by a word make a man out to be an offender. That's number one. Okay. You take a specific word, that word is anti-Semitism. Make a man out to be an offender. With that word, that's an offense punishable by death suddenly, right? Because they're passing legislation for that, right? How? They're in colleges right now making a man out to be an offender for not agreeing with the genocide. That's another word. Oh, we're going to take that word. You can't say genocide, right? You're an offender. That's an offense. Okay? But is this about, and we went over this yesterday, but the Spirit, right, is bringing this to the forefront, letting you know that here comes the famine of the word. They're taking this word, right? But does this apply to the college students? Because this next line is going to tell you who it's aimed at and lay a snare for who? For the college student? No, for him who reproves in the gate. That's the man of the Lord standing out there shaking his hand and calling out the wickedness of Babylon the Great. That's him who reproves in the gate. So all of this, right, is a trap. What's a trap? What they're doing in the colleges right now, right? They're taking a word, right? You can't say that that's a genocide. Otherwise, you're anti-Shem. Okay, that's an offense. But for who? Is it for the college students? No, it's for us. All right. And with an empty plea, turn aside him who is in the right. With an empty plea, you can't say that. Why? Isn't that exactly? I can't say the truth. Right? So the truth has become anti-Shem. Well, you can't say that. Right? With an empty plea, turn aside him who is in the right. That empty plea is going to get you in the end. Anyway, we'll get a famine of the word on the way out. Let's watch this. I just saw this. And this guy just comes out. Judge Napolitano is talking to Alistair Crook, right? And they get through with the meat and potatoes of the discussion. And then he says this. Listen close to what he says 3 hours ago. Because this is what's at the top, right? Coming in hard right now. What's coming in hard right now? They got to shut down the prophets. They have to shut down the prophets. So there goes 1A. They got to attack 1A at the top and put this word, right, as the end all be all. We can shut you down with this one word. make you an offender, okay? Now, listen to what the judge is highlighting. This is the next big thing.
Before we go, I'd just like to switch gears for a moment. As you know, raging in the United States as we speak is the issue of free speech.
He said it. Understand? This is not me. This is me pointing it out because we're the watchmen. Your ears, when somebody says this about that free speech, famine, another word, here it comes, raging. Listen.
They don't know what to do. They have no way out, and they see the only way out from this is to the only remedy, the old remedy. Start a war. Get a war going.
Right.
Get people.
There's World War III. All the elements are coming together. World War III, the sea hip, famine of the word, free speech, right? The lockdown is supposed to happen, next 5 days?
To go behind the flag and come together and fight a war. And so, we are in deep trouble there with that.
Before we go, I'd just like to switch gears for a moment. As you know, raging in the United States as we speak is the issue of free speech. The president has dispatched plainclothes police wearing masks to snatch people off the streets, non-Americans, but people lawfully here because of the
snatch, plainclothes to snatch. Can you see where this is going? Okay, here comes the famine of the word. He said raging. The president, whose side is the president? He's squarely on the side of the small hats. So where is this going?
Raging in the United States as we speak.
I want him to say it again. Where's this going? If he's on the side of the small hats, who's their number one target? It's the men of the Lord.
For a moment. As you know, raging in the United States as we speak is the issue of free speech. The president has dispatched plainclothes police wearing masks.
That's huge.
To snatch people off the streets, non-Americans, but people lawfully here because of the speech that they have expressed. It's not a speech calling for violence. It's a speech supporting the Gazans and often supporting a Palestinian state, which of course has been the public policy of the United States, never acted upon, but the stated public policy of the United States since 1948. I think the root cause of this suppression of free speech is the following. Chris, cut number 11.
These ignorant demonstrators. Who are they demonstrating for? For these murderers, these rapists, these mass killers. This is a reflection of a deep rot that has pervaded the intellectual hub of free societies. And this vilification of Israel, the Jewish people, and Western values has been propagated by a systemic alliance between the ultra-progressive left and radical Islam. It must be resolutely fought by civilized societies to safeguard their future. This is why we must all commend President Trump's decisive actions against anti-Semitism. And we must pressure other governments.
You must do what? Pressure. That means you pressured Trump.
To do the same.
California.
Salakia. We get through this. Because the judge has something to say about the pressure. Pressure from below or pressure from the top? Above or whatever. Salakia. Bear with me. They're attacking my little video here. Like they're going to do for the free speech aspect.
And we must pressure other governments to do the same, acknowledging the pressure that he and his colleagues have put on President Trump. So free speech for thee free speech for me, but not for thee.
Exactly, yes. And it,
Wait a minute now. See where that went? Who's controlling the free speech? Small hats. How? With that word, he brought it out. From the top. Where is this going? I'll show you again. This ain't about no fucking student. And lay a snare for who? The student that's studying in the college. No. For him who reproveth in the gate, that's who this snare. See, this snare that they're setting up, right? That BB and them are setting up, right? This is the setup. It ain't about no fucking kids and no damn genocide. This is about the real problem. You niggas out there bringing out the truth. Okay? So, hey, let's grab this. We got to do this in some sort of... We are not ignorant. 2 Core 2. 2 Core 2 and 11. In the King James, Slocket, bear with me. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. Nigga, we know exactly what you're doing. Okay? Where's that word? Offender for a word. Where's the word? It's crazy. I can play it without hearing it. Donald Trump is doing my bidding, and I put my word out there. Get them niggers. See, this is what they're doing is they're completely ignoring Jake when Jake is their fucking prime target. There it is. Boom. They tried to slide it in. See that? Anti. Where'd it go? Pressure other governments to do the same. What? To make motherfuckers an offender for that word. Watch. We must all commend President Trump's decisive action against this word. See? And then, if I let it play, that. You see? That's the word that they're going to make us an offender for, according to Isaiah, not making a college student an offender, right? The real target is us. It says so right here. And set a trap for the arbitrator at the gate. That's us. Okay? So, there's that, okay? Now, let's move forward. I'm going to try to keep it quick. 2 days ago, I was arrested for sending WhatsApps complaining about my daughter's school. This happened in England. But England is the mother of Babylon the Great. Let's watch this real quick and show you that all over the world, they're going to control what you're saying. Okay?
To my house and arrested me. What?
All right, let's listen to what dude here. All right, this is Times Radio. I was arrested for sending texts.
6 police officers came to my house and arrested me. Why? Because I'd been talking about my daughter's school on a WhatsApp group. It was the morning of Wednesday the 29th of January, about 11:45. I was on a Zoom call for a work project, when on my Zoom screen, in the little window where I saw my own face, I realised that 2 police officers were standing behind me. Another 2 police officers were arresting my partner, Rosalind, in front of Francesca, our 3-year-old daughter. They bundled us into the police cars and took us off to custody at Stevenage Police Station, where we remained for the next 12 hours. He arrested me on suspicion of harassment and malicious communications, and it was to do with a dispute with our daughter's primary school, which began with posts on a WhatsApp group. On the 23rd of November 2023, the head teacher of my daughter's primary school announced he would retire. But what seemed strange to me was the Board of Governors decided immediately to appoint the deputy head as acting head 10 months later.
So he had a problem with what was going on at school, and somebody was watching him, right? And clearly reported him on WhatsApp because they didn't like what he was saying. So they came and arrested him. And this was in 2023. Where are they with this program now? Well, we don't like what you're saying. There's something called the Gestapo, right? What is the Gestapo? G E S G-A-P-O. Gestapo. What's the Gestapo? Gestapo acronym meaning, I don't know how to say it, meaning secret state police, the Third Reich's secret political police force serving as Hitler's main instrument of torture and terror. The Gestapo is going to they're going to knock on your door, right? The Gestapo was established prior to the Nazi rise to power as a secret intelligence agency within the Prussian police department. And they would knock on your door, the Gestapo, nigga. The Gestapo is at the door about to grab you up and torture you for saying shit you ain't supposed to be saying. We're in that time now. See, everything comes back. There's no new thing under the sun. So you need to understand what the Gestapo means, right? No, it's a Gestapo. No, Gestapo. 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 All right. Anyway, I'm having a little fun. Okay, so where are we? I'm just trying to get through this. Now, I typed this in. College campuses under attack. New laws, Palestinians, Gaza. And this little thing came out.
This is our problem. You own the narrative.
So somebody's making a film, right? New film delves into U.S. college protests over Gaza, the G word that you're not supposed to use. What is this all about? This is to set a trap for the men of the Lord. Okay? You have to elevate that word, right? That prevents you from even talking. You got to make a new law about that. About that word. So I typed this in. This is what came up. 1 day, 1 year, college campuses. They've been trying to set this thing up. 2 days, Gazans protest. That's in Gaza. Crisis on campus. See, they've been working on this. Now, here's the question. Is there legislation passed yet? Okay. See, they're showing you this. Hey, look, they're fighting on the campus. But what are they doing? Okay. Has there been legislation passed on the issue of anti on question? Let's see. Prohibition events on campus. So they set this up a long time ago. It is amended by adding at the end of the following: the institution will not authorize, facilitate, provide funding for, or otherwise support any event promoting. How long have they been working on this? Because this is, this devil is complete, right? In his diabolicalness. Okay, so, I mean, recently, 2 days, lawyers tackle. See what they're doing is they're trying to get the, once they get that law, this is what we got to do. We got to keep our eye on when they pass this law, because as soon as they pass, they come straight after us. Because it has nothing to do with the college. It has to do with being able to prosecute you, right, for this. This is what they're trying to pass, that law. That's the trap. So 3 days ago, Senate hearing addresses. See, here we are.
Senators heard testimony on the rise of anti-Semitism on college campuses across the country. During the hearing, lawmakers addressed concerns Jewish students are being attacked and harassed for who they are. Our next guest testified in today's hearing. She's the director of legal policy for Stand With Us, a nonprofit dedicated to fighting anti-Semitism. Joining us now is Carly Gamble. Carly, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having me.
We're so excited to have you. You've been educating people on anti-Semitism.
Yeah, fuck all of that. The point is, the Senate is holding hearings on this shit right now, and they're about to pass a law. That's the point, not the bullshit that they're about to pass forth and what they're saying. All right? Focus on this. The Senate, right? March 27th, look at the date. Here we are. Okay, so I don't even want to hear this bullshit. Okay? That's where we are with that. Okay? So, I mean, what else do we need here? We see where it's coming from. Okay? Who are they coming after? They got to get us up off the street. Okay? Look at what they've been, right? And what they're doing is they're using gradualism, and niggas can't even see what the end result is. Here's the end result. What happened? Where'd these niggas go? Wherever that little thing just went. They're hiding it from me right now. Okay. Anyway. So, I mean, let's get this. What does it result in? And then we'll leave. We'll end on this, Salakia. Try to keep it short. Of food or water, or thirst for water. Amos 8 and 11, we're going to deal with these first 4 words. Behold, meaning look, the days come. Nope. Days are here. Okay? As soon as that legislation is passed, they're coming straight after us. They don't have any time. Okay? Amos 8 and 11, behold, the days come, and are now here, saith the Lord, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor thirst of water, but of hearing the words of the Lord. We're very close to this. Okay? Meaning what? That the elect have been sealed, and now the angels are going to let go the destruction. Okay? How close we're. I'm going to read it again. It didn't say that, Hawk. Amos 8 and 11. Behold, the days come, saith the Lord power, that I will send a famine in the land. It didn't say power, but I said it. Not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the words of the Lord. So with that, we hope the elect are edified, you brothers and sisters. Shalom.